Welcome back to Beyond the Lobby. You lobby lizards, we missed you.
Happy 2025.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
officially.
Crazy.
Even though we already did New Year's episode.
Yeah. Well, New Year's Eve episode, I guess. This is
New Year's
now we're in
Eve.
the new year.
Yep.
Crazy.
We made it. We did
made
it.
it.
Another
Yeah.
year older, another year wiser, allegedly.
Mhm. I guess.
Cheers.
Cheers. I am almost another year wiser, though. It's my birthday this week.
Happy early birthday. What are you going to do?
Thank you.
What's the plan?
A little pickleball party. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited. I'm very into pickleball nowadays.
Why so?
I think it's just like a easier, less cardio-intensive tennis. So in my olden years, it's just like more
Your golden years?
accessible and fun to play.
I like it.
Yeah.
We're very excited.
You're
'cause
coming, right?
I'll be there.
Okay, good.
Oh, you betcha. Dominant. I'm going to crush the competition. I've never
I
played.
hope you do.
I'm going to smash.
My entire pickleball team's going to be there, so we're pretty good.
They're in for a treat. A real treat.
Oh,
For those of you tuning in on YouTube, we listened to your advice. There's some art work behind us now.
It looks very nice on plants.
Thanks. I did it myself actually, so I'm pretty
Very
proud
proud
of
of
that.
you.
Pretty proud. Got some
Yeah.
plants. We'll see how long those bad boys last. I'm not confident.
Yeah, we'll see. They look nice right now.
I inherited my mom's womanly hips, but not her green thumb. Yeah. So what should we talk about today? What's on the agenda?
Well, I think it'd be fun to talk about holiday parties with hotels. For those of you who don't know, usually like hotels will have their like holiday annual party in January or February because the holidays in like November, December, all the hotel's so busy that you don't have time or like the banquet space to have your holiday party. So we usually have it in January.
Yeah, they can rent it out for 10 times more than giving it away for free to us us employees.
Yeah. So we wait till January to have it, which is fine. Nice little end of year celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
They're really fun too.
Mm-hmm. Usually a 2-drink ticket maximum, but you kind of work all year to find out who's sober on the staff and
Or pregnant.
or pregnant.
Yeah.
And see what they're willing to give away their drink tickets for.
Make really good friends with them. Figure out who's giving them away. Be really nice to them that whole year.
For who's driving,
Yeah, exactly.
who's DDing.
Some of the hotels I've worked at, though, they do like a program, like a super discounted employee rate for the night of the holiday party. So you can just like, they call it like take the elevator home. And so to like promote not drinking and driving.
Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm just kidding.
You've done that before, though.
Oh yeah, utilized it heavily.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's really nice because
Yeah.
you don't have to use drink tickets. You just drink in the room.
Yeah, definitely. I think my favorite thing about the hotel we worked at is that there were so many fun themes. I don't like the other hotels. I guess some of them did. Some of them like have really great like big blown out themes, and the one here in Austin always had really great themes, I thought.
I don't even really remember what they were. Not because probably because I was drinking in the room, but even like just looking back on it now, I do not recall what they were.
I distinctly remember the first one that I went to in Austin. It was decades themed. So, and people like they encourage you to dress up too. So like the whole ballroom was decorated in like a bunch of different decades, and us as a rooms division decided to like all dress up together. And so we were 80s, and we all like went to RIP Lucy in Disguise on South Lamar and rented a bunch of like Grease costumes. So
Nice.
the
Best musical of all time.
yeah, the Thunderbirds and Pink Ladies, right? Is that what it's called?
I've got chills.
Yeah.
They're multiplying.
So we went and bought their entire stock, or rented their entire stock, and like whoever wanted to like wear them wore them, and other people dressed up in different 80s stuff. And we, my friend Alessandra and I, actually choreographed a flash mob and forced everyone in the rooms division. Actually, our boss, the executive director forced everyone to participate in this flash mob, and we had private rehearsals in like the banquet spaces, and she would like put those meetings on people's calendars and mark them required, and like we would force people to do it.
Do you remember the dance?
And I have a video of it.
I was gonna say, tune into YouTube if you want to see
do
Mitchell do the
remember
dance.
a lot of it, but I'm not gonna do it. Maybe I'll post that on our channel at some point.
All right. Give the people.
But it was so
show.
much fun. We did these like full on rehearsals, and I just remember Alessandra and I, we were like in our boss's office, like practicing and like sweating our ass off, like in suits, like coming up with the dance, and then like renting the banquet space, and like it was all a surprise. So we couldn't like post it, because whenever you like rent it, you know, it's like posted of like who has that room at the time. We like put a hold on it. But you can do it like incognito. So then we had to make them do it incognito, so no one knew that we were practicing in these rooms. And it was so much fun. And for me, I'm sure a lot of people really hated it. Like you probably would have if you were there at the time.
I would have participated, but like bare minimum.
You could have been in the back.
Oh, I'm most certainly
I would have put you in the back, probably.
Yeah. I did their high school production musical, and just based on lack of participants, they had to put me in the front, and it was a regrettable decision by the entire
They're like,
theater
he's
department.
one of the better looking ones. We're just going to put him in the front.
He can't dance or
He has
sing.
no skill at all.
Yeah.
But people like looking at him.
I remember being on stage, and I'm going off on a tangent for like, I think that was the first night, and it was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I was Grandpa Joe. I had just jumped out of bed, you know, like the piece of shit he was, waited all those years for that golden ticket. I remember the child we had who played Charlie. I was really just looking at him the entire time, and during the nights of the production, like a half step behind.
Or just like following his footsteps.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not great.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
So stick me in I'm a backup.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
We did make it was like a very simple dance. It wasn't like too intensive. Like people who were bad at dancing still were able to do it and did it well, and it was fun.
Doesn't mean
We made them have fun. Yeah. And anyway, so we did all these rehearsals. The only person who actually knew about it was the director of HR, because it was like, she was like in charge of the event, you know, and like had the itinerary and everything. So we like picked a time of that it would happen, and we worked. So her and the AV person knew, because they were the ones who like killed all of the lights, and then like one of the employees had a microphone and like jumped on stage and was like, "Awat Bamanuma, Awat Bim," and then
you guys like went for it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You full sent that. I didn't realize it was gonna be lights off.
Like all the lights in the whole ballroom killed just at a random point. And then he like jumps up on stage with a spotlight and was like, "Awat Bamanuma," and we were all dispersed in the crowd and we're like, "Awat Bamboo." And then the music starts playing, the lights turn up, and we're all like dancing up to the front, like no one knows what's going on. And yeah, we did a whole dance to that whole thing. Everyone had like solo numbers, and we like did this like train all the way out to the ballroom, and everyone was like recording us, and it was so much fun. It was so great.
I guess in that, if you're gonna do it, go 110%.
Oh,
because if you go halfway, it's kind of everyone's just like a little disappointed and secondhand embarrassed. Like,
yeah,
that's not. This is weird.
Yeah, no, we were all in, and like I had really long hair at the time, so like I did like the whole grease back, like Danny hair, and Alessandra was Sandy, so we were like Danny and Sandy, like right in the middle, and it was really cute. It was really fun.
Yeah,
it fulfilled my dream of like being involved in a flash mob, but I got to like plan it and choreograph it and design it, and it was cool.
Should we bring flash mobs back?
Yeah, I don't think they ever went away.
I don't think they were ever really in, Mitchell. I don't, we can agree to disagree on that one.
I would love it. I would love to be like in the middle of New York and just like stumble upon one. That would be fun. I follow an Instagram account that does flash mobs. They definitely still happen.
Okay. Whatever you say.
We run in different circles, Chris.
we certainly do.
But that holiday party was fun. Our boss, who doesn't drink that much, was drinking that night, which was so much fun. And then at one point, she all takes us downstairs to the bar and like buys us all shots, all the like room division leaders.
Nice.
So we like go downstairs and we like take shots and we like keep partying. And of course, she's a ticket holder, so we like can steal tickets from her to like go get more drinks at the bar. And then we're downtown, so we're really close to Rainey Street, and get to just like pop on over to Rainey once they kick us out of the ballroom and have a night.
Once the 10 o'clock quiet hours hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta go.
Yeah. I always feel bad for the people who are working during those, because the hotel's still operating and there's still guests going on, and people still are working in every single venue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the banquet team kind of gets the worst of it because they're literally putting it on for the
They're
entire
working
hotel.
and watching people
Have fun.
like pouring drinks for people while, yeah,
Like, you were just working
yeah,
and now you're having fun.
yeah,
Must be nice.
yeah. Like
I-
we're still here actually working.
I feel traditionally, sorry. I feel like I've worked most events, not in banquets, of course, but it's like guest services, front office, because they're fun, but someone's got to be there. And, you know, you take your lunch break, you go up, say hello to everyone, grab some free food.
Yeah.
But then it's time to.
I've been lucky enough that I've, for most of them, not been the newest person. So usually it's like the newest person who has to stay.
Oh, there's a hierarchy.
Yeah,
It
for
is
sure.
by
So-
a number of hours you've put in the past year.
I think my very first hotel in Boston, I was the newest and had to work. But it was like so close. I stayed in there most of the time. I couldn't drink because I was like on duty, but it was a slow night. So I like stayed in there most of the time, and it was right behind the front desk. So it was easy to like pop in and out. But other than that, I've been really lucky to actually like go and have a good time.
It's a fun experience, and you get to mingle with other departments you traditionally don't see or interact with on a given basis, too.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like at the hotel we worked at, I just hung out with the people we knew, though.
Oh, you only hang out with your department.
Like, that's a good idea, but like that doesn't actually happen.
You see, it's very high school lunch cafeteria.
For sure.
It's you
You
hang
sit with the people you know. And especially like you're in normal clothes or even like dressed up in the theme. So you know all these people in their like suits or uniforms. Like, I don't know who you are outside of that. It's hard to like recognize people even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go into my current place of business with a hat on and a t-shirt. I'll get through the doors and
Like,
no one
no
has
one will
any
know.
idea.
Yeah.
They're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
It's fun.
Trying to like not let you in.
No, they'd
Like,
let me.
sir,
in.
this is a classy place.
Yeah.
You can't come in here.
Like, you have no business being on property. This is private property. You need to leave.
That's how I felt the other day when Val and I stopped by and said hi to you, and we're like sweating in our like athletic clothes. Like, we don't belong here right now.
I mean, it was busy too.
Yeah, there was a lot of people.
But
There's
that's-
live music going on.
Weekends are like that though, because everyone does the trail and then pops over to the cafe, and so
Yeah.
you didn't look like out of place or anything.
Yeah. I've learned working in hotels, it's not what you look like, it's how you act.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta act like you belong. You can get into most places if you just are confident.
Yeah. Like, the person with the most money isn't the person like carrying a designer bag and has like a suit on. It's the person in like sweats that has like an Amex Black card.
Yeah.
And they just like act like they belong there because they do.
Yeah.
So
And
you
then
just have to like act like it.
and they'll let you know if you call them on it.
Yeah.
Have you ever mistaken a guest for an undesirable or someone that you thought shouldn't be on property because they're like, oh, they definitely don't have a room here because they
Yeah.
looked underdressed, and it's a delicate word, trying to be PC and everything, but homeless.
Yeah. I'm sure I have, but I've blocked that out and I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
I mistook someone for an Uber Eats driver the other day. They looked confused walking in, staring
Yeah.
at their phone, bringing a 12-pack of Coors.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is that going up to the room? They're like, yeah, I'm going to my room. I'm like,
Oh,
got it.
cool.
I-
Welcome back.
I bailed so hard on that. I walked away. I took a lap around the building.
That's funny. Have you had your company holiday party yet?
No, that's coming up at the end of the month.
Oh, fun. Okay, cool.
My dry January that I committed to after I returned home from my little holiday hiatus.
Yeah.
That's hence the break. Sorry, you lizards.
Chris
we
was
had a
out of
week.
town for a bit, so
We took a little.
took a little holiday break.
That's all right.
But we're
So was
back.
every other podcast out there.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. We're just like everyone else.
We're allowed to take time off.
Yeah, that lasted about a week. January got a little damp last night for Chris.
Oh, perfect.
Had a couple glasses of wine and
holiday, so you can drink for my birthday this weekend.
Yes,
Thank
and at the
God.
holiday party, as long as I'm not working. So
That's the worst about having a January birthday is all these people who do dry January. I'm like, that's my birthday month. I want you to drink on my birthday.
I got you. I got
Okay,
you covered.
Thank you so much.
For me, damp January just means weekends,
Yeah,
school nights, aka work, dry.
perfect.
Probably,
Maybe.
depending how it goes.
Yeah. Cool.
I've got a holiday party story.
Yeah. Tell me.
I was working at a Forbes 5-star resort in Utah. Me and my buddies. Warning: we've got a underage drinking alert for any listeners that don't want to hear it. Time to tune out.
Sorry, Kathy.
Yeah, sorry, Kathy. Me and my buddies, 20 at the time. We had just started in the early winter. We all got invited. We weren't working, even though we were the new guys on the block. So we were stoked. Took our friend's car up, and he was a professional. He was a veteran, and he knew the drill. So while we went upstairs, of course, we didn't get drink tickets, and everyone knew we were underage, so they wouldn't serve us, even though we may have attempted to
Infiltrate the bar.
They're like, get out of here. Our friend, he had this old red Subaru hatchback. It was a gem. I forget the name that he called it. Parked in the parking garage, and we just about every 35 to 45 minutes went downstairs to the car bar, and it was
perfect.
almost like a cocktail. We were making cocktails. It wasn't like we weren't just having like a beer.
You had a full-on car bar.
Yeah, the trunk was open.
Love that.
It was great.
You're like tailgating.
We were tailgating the company party and we were all wearing like bow ties and we dressed up for it.
That's awesome.
It was great. It was super fun. I do recall we actually, and this is in Utah, mind you, where drinking's a little different. The laws are a little more strict. But so are the green leaf laws, if you will. And I do recall we may have gone on the patio, the balcony, and
Nice.
may have indulged a little bit too.
Perfect.
I can't believe we should have been fired. But no one
Did
cared.
no one catch you or no one cared?
I think it was a little bit of both. They're like, yeah, let them, they're children. And we didn't get it out of control until after we all left. And we went to someone's house party and stayed up till the crack of dawn and then back at work at 7 a.m. the next day parking cars.
Yep.
It was grand.
That's awesome.
It was a grand old time.
Wait, so did you have a theme or was it just like a fancy gala type?
I believe it was like fancy gala type.
Okay.
I remember because we all went out and got like bow ties and themed ourselves. And
Yeah.
then about 2 hours before the event, realized none of us knew how to tie a bow tie. Just a bunch of straight white dudes like in our 3-bedroom apartment, YouTubing, trying to figure it out.
That's funny. That's where I came in I was always like the bow tie person at the hotel. Anytime there was like a wedding or a groomsman, I've tied so many like groomsmen and grooms bow ties for them.
It's a great skill to
getting
have,
married. Yeah.
honestly.
I would spend like time. Like I would like step away from my job and like spend so much time in there like sweet, like tying everyone's bow ties because no one knew how to do it.
It's great
It's
too
fun.
if you're working and and it's wedding season and you have that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
I should have charged for
guests
it.
will take care of you. Yeah. But
Yeah.
100% you should have charged for
Yeah,
that.
I think I did.
What hundo P?
I got some tips for sure, but yeah, the conference service sales catering ladies would always like call me. Can you please come up here and do this? Are you here today? Like, yes, I'll be right there. I like had to work on the Saturdays of the weddings.
Yeah.
Because of that. Yeah, I think the other holiday party that was fun here in Austin. So I worked in Austin, went to Arizona for a year, and then came back. And I was on task force back in Austin. So I was living in the hotel during the holiday party. And I think similar to your car bar, we just had like a room bar. And like when we ran out of our 2 tickets, we would like go up to my room. You were there at that time.
I think I also had my own room, my own room bar.
Yeah.
I think it was a little 375 milliliter of some whiskey.
Yeah.
Some whiskey.
I remember.
My favorite. So if anyone wants to send some whiskey our way, please do. We'll sponsor
You
us,
had nice
sponsor us,
whiskey,
sponsor us.
too.
Heck yeah, I did.
We were taking polls of your freaking Garrison brothers.
Yeah, that made it its way to multiple rooms
Yeah.
at one point in the evening.
At the end of the night, I just remember we all went up to my room. And like you stopped at your room and got the whiskey. Everyone else had a room, like stopped, whatever. We all ended up in my room. My friend Ben was vaping in the corner, and I got so mad at him.
You
I'm
flipped out
still
on
mad
him.
at you, Ben. And I'm like, you can, like, you work in this hotel, you know we can't vape in the fucking room.
Especially because, like, in general, too, the fire alarms are super sensitive.
Yeah.
And just a regular vape will set them off.
Yeah.
Like,
Hot
genuinely.
tip, you literally,
Yeah.
you cannot vape in a hotel because that will set off the fire alarms and you will be charged for it. Like, just because it doesn't smell, like, whatever.
We know the
Like-
alarm system set up where it tells us what room it comes from. It's not just a generic whole hotel alarm. It's
yeah.
like, hey, room,
Yeah, it's very
whatever.
specific.
Yeah, it says like it's
We
tripling
know
alarm.
it happens and you'll get charged for it. So you should go to the shower and turn the shower on and like puff it into the shower or something. But he was just like in the middle of the room, probably right above the freaking fire alarm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, and he defied you.
He
if I
just kept
recall.
doing it.
He just kept doing it.
He was just looking directly me in the eyes and like.
I feel like he was probably
puffing
looking
his
through you at
pee.
that point, though.
Yeah,
I think we were at the point of the night where we were
Yeah.
cusping onto
Yeah.
probably too intoxicated to be.
And then we
in a
went out,
public
of
setting.
course, which we should not have. I mean, it was fun, but like none of us needed to go out that night.
It was not required. Yeah, because I remember I think I left early from Rainy Street that night. I'd really. Sorry,
I'm
Mom.
sure I did
Sorry,
too.
Mom. It happens.
Yeah. I don't think I lasted very long at the bars.
Plus, it's expensive.
Rainy used to be so much fun. I haven't been to Rainy in forever.
What are you doing after this?
Should we go?
You want to go to Rainy? I'll go to Rainy after
Half
this.
Step is still there. I love Half Step.
I do like Half Step.
That's my favorite bar.
Deal, let's go.
That's one of my favorite bars in Austin, actually. Yeah, for sure. I'm down. But just that whole strip used to be so much fun and different. I'm sure it's going to be fun again once it's like done, whatever, but it's just
Gentrified, you mean?
different. Yeah. Yeah. All the skyscrapers and
The historic Rainy District
like
that is now
clubs
skyscrapers. Yeah. It's a lot, but
which,
there's still some hidden gems.
yeah, I miss the Container Bar.
Did you ever go to Javelina's? It was at the very bottom.
Like away from the hotel we worked at?
Yes.
No.
It was like right next to the roundabout. And then
I
they
don't think so.
tore it down.
Was that
put
like
up-
the corner of the roundabout? Had like a big open outdoor
Mm-hmm.
outside with like Via?
No, Via was not there.
Oh,
Because it was,
I don't know.
but they tore it down, built up this like wooden spot that they did beer in, and then that lasted, I think, less than a year. And now they've already redone it. So,
My least favorite bar on that strip is Unbelievable.
oh, that's been my least favorite bar since I moved here. I heard about
The
it.
same.
Like,
And I feel like that's the bar that tourists want to come and like go to because there's a slide.
there's a slide. I've done it. Is it fun? Yes.
yeah.
I'll be honest. It's
once
fun
for
once.
like 5 seconds.
Yeah. After
It's
that,
like about as tall as we are. Like by the time you're sitting down, your feet are almost touching the bottom
Yeah.
anyway. Like it's not that.
It's kind of
crazy.
like clown themed a little bit. I've got a big fear of clowns. I'm not joking. That's going to come
So
up at
that
some
would
point.
be-
I'm just going to put it out there.
horrible.
Not a fan of clowns or people in masks, so Halloween isn't great for Chris. But that bar is
That's funny.
not a little notorious for their business practices.
That too.
I've heard, which
Yeah.
we don't need to
Yeah. We
really
don't need to dive into
unpack that here. If you know, you know.
But as a bar, I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
But Half Step across the street, love.
Mm-hmm. They just have good music.
Old fashions.
Great old fashions.
Yeah.
Let's have some old fashions.
And like the jazz
mm-hmm.
music.
A little jazz trio sometimes.
Yeah.
They
great
got Spicy
cocktails.
Boys food truck too.
Yeah.
We're just plugging Austin now.
So good.
We're just
yeah.
plugging the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we should. I love it here. That was cool. So cheers to all the holiday parties happening.
Mm-hmm.
What would be really fun? We should find out when all the hotel holiday parties are and crash them.
Yes.
That would be so fun.
That would be great.
We could for sure crash.
We
the
know
one
enough
we worked
people.
at.
Oh yeah, for sure. We know enough people in other hotels, I think.
Yeah.
Where we could get that
I
information
bet we
and
could.
like,
I bet between the two of us, we know someone in almost every hotel in the
Yes.
city.
oh man.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, we need to figure out which ones have happened, which
Yeah.
ones haven't, and see if we can maybe try to throw that together and come back with
Yeah.
a full report.
Yeah, especially the big hotels. Like they'll have no idea.
They don't know who's who.
No, not at all.
Yeah, blend right in.
for sure.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna come crash yours.
You're my +1. It's not a crash.
I know, but you can put me as your +1, but I'm gonna pretend I'm crashing.
Okay.
It's more fun for me.
Yeah. You hear that, Stella?
Yeah.
Make sure.
Sorry, Stella.
Make sure we got security on lock.
Crash.
Give him the
I
boot.
could be Stella's +1 too.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Or I know more people that work there too.
Who else do you know?
I feel like you stole all the employees.
I didn't steal them. They applied on their own right. I want to be clear. I'm just a very
No poaching involved.
no poaching on most of them.
How'd you get hired then?
That was a poach. I'm saying I didn't
Oh, you specifically
poach
didn't
others.
poach anyone.
Yes. They just,
You sent mass texts out of like all the jobs you had available.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I'm just kidding. That didn't happen.
They just
Stella.
like being around me, man. I
Yeah.
run a real loose ship.
We're gonna have to
why.
cut that part out.
That's fine. Stella's very aware. She's gonna be cackling. Listen to that. Oh, that's funny.
I am excited to go to hotel holiday party.
Yeah, we'll be happy to have you.
Yeah, big corporate doesn't have those.
Big corporate did have it at our place, actually.
Oh, really?
At least our ownership
My
team.
big corporate doesn't.
No.
My big corporate is very strict. We had a holiday potluck where we had to bring our own food. They didn't even cater food. We had to bring our own food.
For all you corporations listening, that's the stupidest thing I've ever
That
heard in
was-
my life.
Me and like 3 or 4 other people on our team, or like bigger team, all just revolted and like didn't go. We're like, we're not going to this.
You hear that, Bezos?
It was like over lunch one day. We like went out for lunch and bought ourselves lunch instead. We're like, we're not going to participate in this corporate shit that like, I'm like, I don't know these people. I don't want to eat their food.
Yeah, they already make enough money.
Yeah.
At least get us some, at least catered in.
The amount of money this company makes, like they can afford to cater food into the office at the bare minimum.
Oh, it's whenever I'm out and about and would you like to donate $1 to whatever cause? No, absolutely not. You should do that. I'm already checking out my own groceries. Send me a
Yeah.
W-2.
Yeah,
I need a tax return
exactly.
from this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm already doing half the job.
I feel like pre-COVID, companies used to have crazy holiday parties at hotels. I feel like that doesn't happen as much anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think it's because I floated between hotels and some food and beverage. The food and beverage ones were pretty decent. Excuse me. Ooh, pardon me.
Bless you.
A little burp for the listeners if you didn't catch that. But the ones, yeah, I guess pre-COVID news they kind of went off.
Yeah, pre-COVID, they were crazy.
Because I know, yeah, you get 2 drink tickets, and whether or not you get more from your pregnant or sober friends, by the end of the night, if you're tipping that bartender, they're gonna hook it up.
Well, I
And
think
if you're nice to them,
yeah,
always be nice.
I think some companies even had open bars.
Really?
And I just remember like Friday and Saturday, sometimes like 2 in the same night. There was just like back to back to back holiday parties in the month of December and end of November. And that just doesn't happen anymore. Like the same way it used to.
What a shame. What a world we live in.
Yeah.
Let's make the change.
Be the change you wish to see.
We're gonna crash every holiday party and tell them to light it up. turn that
Yeah.
mother trucker up to 11.
I work in corporate events, so I'm like in the place that I need to be to like make that happen, but it won't.
Yeah. You need all the approvals and no one wants to spend money and
Yeah, we can't spend that type of money.
not with that attitude.
I'm like, I'd rather take that for my salary.
That's true. Do you
Give me a
get
little
do you get
raise.
bonuses?
Not, I don't know.
No.
No.
And you have to
I'm
bring
not
your
at
own
that
food to
level.
these parties?
Yeah,
Man.
that's why I didn't go.
Yeah, that's what a shame.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna go to the hotel holiday parties and eat
Yeah.
their food.
I like it.
Yeah, sounds fun. All right,
Well,
see you next week.
see you next week, you lizards. Peace. Da-da-da, da-da-da.